Being injured sucks, man. Like, you can't move the way you did, and especially with this particular injury, like you have, at least in my case, I have like literally no pain. But the range of motion in my knee is extremely low. Now I have to increase the range of motion, and it feels like my knee can go in any direction, anytime. If I don't step correctly, I feel like my knee locks up, and it can go the opposite direction. And that feeling, it's crazy. It literally feels like you can snap your leg in half, like in a second. And I know that's not possible that easy, but that feeling doesn't allow you to walk like you used to. There are still a lot of things you can look forward to, like every step you take. For example, if my range of motion is increased for 10%, then I know that I'm 10% closer to full recovery. And you can use those small milestones to get yourself mentally into a place where you say, okay, yeah, I'm making progress. But if you beat yourself up, you're gonna have a mess in your head, and you're not gonna be able to just work out and train as you normally would. So what can you do? You can work out everything except for the legs. Even legs you can work out to some extent, but knee flexion should be done carefully. Presses, extensions and stuff like that should be done carefully. You can work on adductors, abductors, those stuff, just that you have to be extra careful during the pre-recovery phase. Well, at least now I have an excuse to skip a leg day like forever. The recovery lasts for about 1 year. So in that time, I'm gonna be rebuilding strength, mobility, and everything. But yeah, I just have to accept the fact that it's gonna take some time. So my plans on switching to classic physique are right now on hold, because there is no reason to compete next year with the injured knee, and I'm not gonna be able to train my legs as I should. But that doesn't mean that I can't focus on my upper body and go for men's physique again. So I'm packing my stuff and I'm gonna go for my first therapy session. And if I'm able to record, I'm gonna record just to show you some of the stuff I'm doing there. And after that, we're gonna go home, eat something, and hit the gym. So behind me is the doctor's office, and they were super nice. So yesterday I was at my specialist and the surgeon that's going to do the surgery, and they told me that I have to get into the prehab as soon as possible, and that it's going to increase my chances of better recovery. So basically my wife called them yesterday, and they gave her immediately an appointment for today, which is very rare. It usually takes around 1 month or so. So great for them. Let's see what they say. So I just finished my therapy session. Sadly, I couldn't record because of the strict laws of data protection in Germany. Basically, the therapist has to check with her boss if I'm allowed to film, and if I am, I would be able to do it in the next couple of sessions. But basically right now we assessed my range of motion, my strength in quadriceps and stuff like that. So for starters, I have to stretch my rectus femoris, and I have to strengthen my quadriceps and get a little bit of stability on my right knee. And I'm going to do that with a couple of exercises that she showed me, and I'm going to show them later on when I'm in the gym. So here we are at the gym. We're gonna do a little bit of warm-up, especially for the upper body. And I'm gonna do the exercises that my therapist showed, just to warm up my leg as well. So the main focus with the legs is stability and strength in quadriceps. We're gonna do that with a little bit of lunges with isometric hold at the end. And the next set, I'm gonna add a little bit of instability. So I'm gonna put something soft underneath the front foot just to elevate it a little bit and to add a little bit of instability. You're gonna notice that each rep you will be able to push a little bit further, but be careful, don't go too far. It's not supposed to be hurting. So just right before the threshold of pain, then hold it there for a couple of seconds, then move back. Now the main thing here is to just go slowly and build up the strength and stability. So let's say the lunges, the unstable exercise, like with the ball right there, if it's that too heavy for you, or if you don't feel comfortable, then do it on a flat. It doesn't matter. It's important that you build strength around the knee so that you have the stability you need. So right now we're gonna do a little bit of stretching of the rectus femoris. Now it's a very simple exercise and a really boring one. So you're gonna go knee height or a little bit above the knee and gonna put your hurt leg backwards, or basically any leg. You can do both legs and stretch the rectus femoris like that. Rotate your pelvis forwards and then hold as you feel the stretch in your rectus femoris. Hold like that for a minute. So I'm getting pretty warmed up. So I'm gonna start with the shoulder warm up for my push day. What you really have to focus on is that's what's working. So if your upper body is okay, then you should work on your upper body, and everything else it's puts on hold. So I have like indefinite excuse to skip a leg day. But still, even with the ACL injury, you can work some of the stuff. You just have to be extra careful for the stability, and you're not allowed to go very hard as you would with a healthy knee. So basically, I have like literally no pain at all. So, and even I did leg extensions at the doctor's office. He tested my strength and he said it's incredible how much strength you have based on your injury. But yeah, it's something that you have to be just careful about. Work on your strength, and the better strength you have pre-surgery, you're gonna have better chances of good recovery, and you're gonna recover faster after the surgery. Strength is compromised. Like I did have a little bit of pause until I got the news from the doctor that I can train normally. So strength has gone down quite a lot, but I'm gonna get it back. Like injury can really fuck you up mentally, and as long as you're not falling for the trap that your mind sets that you're broken and you're gone, you can just keep going. Like you can still keep pushing the PRs on the upper body, on chest, on the bench, on the pull downs, pull ups, biceps, triceps, whatever you want. So just because one body part is not working properly doesn't mean you're broken. And the sooner you figure that out, you're gonna have less problems in your mind, and you're gonna be a little bit more at peace with yourself. You can just dwell on it, on the injury. What if I didn't go play football or whatever caused the injury? But that's not gonna help you because you're not progressing forward. So like I said, you're not broken. It's just one part of your body that's not functioning at 100%. Everything else can keep going, so you can keep pushing yourself. You can still feel a little bit of that joy pushing yourself in the gym. You just have to avoid that part of the body that's injured. There are so many variables in life and you never know what's going to happen. And if you stick to the rigid plans, as soon as some variable changes, you're going to have a mess in your life. I planned competing next year in classic physique, and with this knee now it's impossible. So I had to adapt to this plan, and I'm gonna probably compete in men's physique because upper body is working fine, so why not work on that? And as soon as I recover, I can then put some work, put a little bit more focus on my legs and put some work there, and hopefully catch up with my upper body. Just as long as you are flexible with your planning and leaving always some room to just, what ifs, it's going to be much easier for you. All I'm saying is just control the controllables. things in life happen, and most of them you don't have any influence into of if they're going to happen or not. Had I known that I'm going to injure myself on football, I would never have gone playing it. So thinking about what could have been if I didn't go, you can't change the past. So you can just look to the future and work on your future, on improving your future. Now I'm going to focus on regaining my strength. I'm going to focus on a lot of my lower body into mobility, the things that I can do, and upper body, I'm just going to go as hard as I can with controlled movement, of course. I'm going to work on improving technique so that I don't injure any other part of my body in the process of healing. So like anything in your life, patience is also a skill. So you have to train yourself to be patient about everything, about recovery, and take steps rather than huge leaps in recovery process. Imagine yourself where you want to be in 2-3 years, what you want to have of the strength and mobility, and work towards that goal. It's important to know that recovery takes a long time, so don't rush yourself in because you can then make it even worse. Go slowly and carefully, patiently. Inheritably, we're all very impatient. We skip videos in the first couple of seconds. You just have to stack up on small victories because then you're going to see progress over time. Stack up a lot of small victories over a period of 6 months. You're going to have a pile of victories behind you. That's how I approach my recovery as well. And over time, if I stack enough of those victories, I'm going to be able to move my leg completely. But if I look at my end goal and you see how much path you have in front of you, you're just going to feel discouraged because there's a lot of things you have to do. You're just able to move to 90 degree, but you have to move past it. And you have to bend the knee completely, and that's a long period of time. So that's something that you should really be mindful of and think about it. Also celebrate every success, whether it's 1 rep more, a little bit weight more, increased range of motion, everything that's a step forward, celebrate it, savor it, enjoy it. Those are the things that's going to keep you mentally stable during the recovery process. People tend to notice only when the things go wrong, how you react. And if you're someone that inspires people, if you want to motivate people around yourself, you have to show them that even in the hardest moments, you are keeping calm and keeping the composure. And that's really going to affect how people look at you. And the more stable you are during the hardships, the good times are going to be even better because you're going to be prepared for everything. And you have to take it as a lesson. And if you learn from it, you're going to be able to be more empathetic to people. So let's say I meet someone who had the same injury as I did. I know exactly how he's feeling. I know exactly what he's going through. And I'm going to be able to help him much more now that I have the experience behind me. So use that as a fuel to get more knowledgeable on the topic of injury, recovery, get more empathetic, like I said, and you can help people around, you can give something back. And that's actually what I want to do, to give something back to people around me. So yeah, it's all about giving back. So now I'm just going to focus on recovery and preparing myself for the surgery, and do as much as I can, the best as I can, to just regain the mobility in my knee, and hopefully everything will be well with the surgery. And after that, I'm going all in the recovery, and I'm going to try to focus maximally on strengthening and gaining back the mobility of my knee. So stay tuned. I'm going to be updating you on my pre-recovery and recovery after the surgery. I'm going to try and film as much as possible just to give you everyone kind of insight on the process of going through the injury and regaining back your mobility and strength. And if you have any problems similar to me, write them in the comments below. And if you like my journey, you can follow me on YouTube and on social media.